Ghana Diaspora Homecoming Summit 2017 was launched on the 14th of December, just a week after the MPP government had won power. Over the years, the MPP had been campaigning and making pledges to involve Ghanaians living abroad in the transformation of our country. So it did not come as a surprise to me when one of the major architects of the campaign, himself a diaspora, Mr. Ken Oforiatta, now the finance minister, invited myself and a few colleagues and mandated us to initiate moves to create a platform to engage the diaspora. The committee was put together to host the Ghana Diaspora Homecoming Summit in fulfillment of the manifesto pledge made by His Excellency the President of the Republic to involve the Ghanaian diaspora in the socio-economic transformation of the country.
Governments over the years have all come to recognize that the diaspora constitute a critical mass of untapped human and financial resources for national development. But if we want to realize the full potential of the diaspora, I think a lot more has to be done. And I believe that is the reason why the government has seen the reason and the need to organize this summit. Invite all of you to come to Accra, share your ideas, your talents, your expertise, your experiences, so that together we can build our nation, Ghana. There are times we talk about the challenges, the risk involved in going to Ghana. Some of them are stories, some of them are facts. But I do believe that if seriously we want to be part and participants of the development taking place in Ghana, we have to, or we should not allow ourselves to be deterred by those challenges. We non-Ghanaians are recognizing that, or realizing that there are huge opportunities in the country and they want to take advantage of that.
The purpose of the summit is to offer Ghanaians living abroad a platform to engage the government and the private sector in the socio-economic transformation of Ghana. It is also to offer Ghanaian diaspora the opportunity to dialogue with government and the Electoral Commission and demand full participation in the political processes, including Roadshow, as a right and not a privilege. I will start by saying that the Ghanaian diaspora hasn't gone to Ghana to take the jobs of the locals. They are going to offer expertise and knowledge they have acquired abroad and changing the narrative from brain drain to brain gain.
As a committee, we've been engaged for about a month now to put together facilities and make it possible for important people like you to get involved in the idea of developing Ghana. And I'm excited as a Ghanaian that, again, a government is asking us to participate in both the economic, social, and political development of our country. The important bit that excites me is that this was a pledge. It started as a pledge in 2016, where the present government undertook to, one, ensure that we have our own office in the presidency, and again, to ensure that Roadshow is implemented. But what excites me most is the thought that once again, the Ghanaian in the diaspora is being recognized as an important partner, something that we all believe we are. We are partners. And I believe that if we were partners, then we should be recognized as such. Now, many people that I've spoken to ask me, well, what happens after 2017 July, that we've gone to Ghana, we're now back to the UK, what is going to happen? Going forward, I think it's important that we engage with government. We behave as partners. I think sometimes we sit back and complain and fail to participate. This government is putting together policies and framework to make sure that there's ease of doing business. The GIPC, for example, is spearheading a revolution where the Companies Act and investment policies will be changed. And that is why this particular event excites me. It excites me because I know your work ethics. I know the human capital that we've got outside. I know what you can do with the brains and the experiences that you've acquired here. And that is why I encourage you to participate in this summit.
Ghana's destiny is intricately woven in the destiny of the diaspora. The two are one, and we need to make sure that we participate. So, I think there's a call to action, which the summit is also highlighting, for us to connect, engage, and mobilize back home. We can do this by collaborating with our highly developed skills and resources that we've gained here in the UK. We can also develop a network that fosters relationships and leverages the skills and talents that we've gained here in the UK. We can also look at participating in the development of the diaspora policies that have been spoken about. By 2040, it is reckoned that Africa will have a workforce that is larger than China and India. So we as the diaspora must foster our entrepreneurial skills and see how best we can leverage that back home. Going home is a journey. There will be challenges and opportunities. There'll be failures and there'll be successes along this journey. So let's make this journey a pleasant one. Make the most of the opportunities, learn from our mistakes, and celebrate our achievements.
Beautiful to, as such a young person, to really see so much diversity in the audience, just to begin with. It's a strong representation of what I think I love most about being Ghanaian, as well as actually being British. And I think it really plays into the whole point and the theme of this event, which is about homecoming. So I want to just start by saying that I by no means am going to send out a message that says, ignore your responsibilities, ignore your luxuries. And we all have these small things that we have become very used to. Consistent electricity. Yeah? Mobile banking.
Say that again.
Okay. Coaches that arrive on time. Buses. Knowing when the train will arrive. Okay? These are the reasons that we're worried about going back. Because I think all of us know that we have been here for long enough that whether we have been to academic education or just the school of life, we have learned enough that we can go back and we can really give back to the country, to the young people, to our elders who we have left behind. We have that. But we're worried about the small things, which are actually really the big things. Okay? And that is actually why we do need to go back, because these things take time. If we are not part of the conversations, if we are not pushing the buttons, pushing the agenda, asking permission, asking for the funding, asking for the time, asking for the media attention, or even just making the steps ourselves, we can't really achieve what we need because not everyone else has the same needs as us.
It's also time, I believe, we have talked long enough. We have listened long enough. It is time for you to move and be part of the solution. The government needs you. Ghana needs you. We all need you.
There's an old African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, we must go together. Thank you very much.
There is a new generation of Ghanaians that want to engage with Ghana, but don't have the platform to do so. Also, thirdly, we all know in the UK we have Brexit, and as a result, we need to participate from that level also, and to show the young generation another way, to say that if you find yourself in difficulties, there's a place you can go to with opportunities that you can tap in. And that's why I think this is incredibly important.
I mean, we come to this country to learn a lot about how entrepreneurship works, for instance. That's that area that I'm into entrepreneurship. And it'd be nice to go back home to just offload the knowledge and be a part of this great thing that's happening in Ghana. Ghana has been stable politically for a very long time, and therefore it's the best place to settle. I'll invite everyone to just come back home. I realize that a lot of Ghanaians still would like to travel out of Ghana, to go and serve other nations. But why not Ghana? The question is, why not Ghana? In the 21st century, we've got everything in Ghana. So it's the place to serve, using all our talents and skills to benefit the Ghanaian individual. So definitely I'll encourage our Ghanaian fellows to stay in Ghana, serve with their talents, serve with their mindset, so that Ghana will be a better place. And that's why I'm coming back home.
As the leader of the community, I think it's important that we support the initiatives of the government. I'm keen to see Ghanaians abroad getting involved in what is going on in Ghana. I've just returned from Ghana about 2 days ago, and I see hope. Hope for Africans coming to Ghana, hope for Ghanaians going back to Ghana, hope for friends of Ghana going to Ghana. And all we need to do as diasporan community is to embrace that hope. Give the future to the people that really want to make good use of it. A lot of us go away from Ghana and we think we found a greener pastures. There's no more greener pastures in the diaspora anymore. So it's actually in our interest as diasporan community to invest our time in Ghana, because that is the future. In fact, if you can see from around the world, even big nations are investing heavily in small nations. America, United Kingdom, around the world, the names that you can call, they are all going to Ghana in their big numbers. So if they are doing it, why can't we do it?
It is the after that is important to me. What happens after the summit? Now, once we've all been given the information that we so desire to be given, here, throughout the roadshows, at the summit, what do we do with the information? And for me, that is the important bit. What we do with the information is what is going to determine whether we play the relevant part that we're supposed to play in the development of Ghana.